This is Nick Vassos in Kansas City. I'm right next to JW. I'm here.
Hey guys, it's Marcus. How you doing?
Hey, Marcus. Awesome to talk to you. Are we ready to go?
Yeah, I think so.
Well,
I hope
okay, I just
so.
want to make sure that we got audio from you, Marcus. I think we're good to go.
um, okay, good.
First off, Marcus, tell us what you're going to be doing at the Super Bowl. I understand you're going to be working with on location experiences and you're going to be a host of some events around the Super Bowl. Tell us about that.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. They're one of the premier hospitality companies. I think in all of sports. I've worked for a couple of years now. I'm going to be hosting an event, one of the pregame parties at the Georgia World Congress Center. I'm looking forward to that. I think it should, when you want NFL fans, they want a fantasy. They want to have a great time. They want to meet some of the legends of the game, and they want to get as close to the game as possible. They certainly can't get onto the field, but get as close to the game as possible. On Location does a great job. I've enjoyed working with them and looking forward to it again this year. And there'll be some of the things that they're doing. They're putting on a music fest, a Super Bowl music fest. I think a 3 night music festival leading up to the Super Bowl, featuring Cardi B, Bruno Mars, Migos, Ludacris. They do it right. So the fans that are coming to the game, the fans that are coming to the game will really enjoy themselves.
So fans who have an opportunity to join on location experiences, will they have an opportunity to meet you, Marcus?
Yes, sir. I'll be there. In the past, I've even sung. I don't know if I'm going to do it again, but I sang to the fans. I got up and surprised them with a song. I think the question was, what inspirational song do you use to motivate you before a game? I think it was "Win" by Brian McKnight. So I sang that song. So you never know what to expect from the legends there. But yes, they'll get a chance to meet me and many others.
Is there any video evidence of that, Marcus?
I'm sure there is.
I would love to hear that.
that that was in Houston.
Wow, how about that? All right, what else can people experience when they're down there with this location experience?
Well, they'll join, I think, me and 16 other NFL legends on location events, including Emmitt Smith, Jesse Palmer. I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name. AKB, is it Akbar?
Oh, I know who
The,
you're talking about.
the,
I have a tough time pronouncing it
yeah.
as well.
I'm not even going to try. I'm going to let me torture that one. They'll be hosting events and attending all kinds of parties and stuff. So it's going to be a fun event. It's going to be you'll meet a lot of legends down there.
All right. Well, Marcus, let's talk about the teams that are going to be hoping to get to Atlanta and fans that are going to be hoping to get perhaps to on-location experiences. And let's talk about a team that you played for at the tail end of your career, the Kansas City Chiefs. Put on your analyst hat. Tell me where the Chiefs are right now. Tell me what you think in terms of the opportunity that the Chiefs have in front of them to get to the Super Bowl.
Well, I think it's all going to come down to defense, and as you narrow to the pyramid to get to the top, that's what it usually comes down to. Everybody expects obviously offense to put points on the board, but the team that plays the best defense and the team that doesn't turn over the ball usually wins. And you can't afford to get conservative. You got to play the way you've always played. I think that's really important. I remember the games that we played in the past. I think we got a little bit conservative. We had the table set for us. We had home field advantage throughout, and we just did not do what in my opinion, what we should have done to advance. We played a little bit conservatively, and you can't do that. Be who you are. Continue to go out and play as aggressive as you always did the entire year. But I think it comes down to defense because I'm one of the, I believe in the old adage, defense does win championships. At least the best one on that particular day.
Do you think the Chiefs' defense has enough on that side of the ball to make it to Atlanta?
Well, they have shown signs of weakness every now and then, and obviously When the games, when the playoffs begin, they become obviously a lot more magnified. The importance. So you have to be on point. You have to be, as studious as possible during the week, and you can't afford to make any mistakes. I mean, the games are highlighted. Everybody will be watching, and every single play will be the most important play of the game. So you can't afford to make any mistakes. That's how critical these playoff games are.
Marcus, you won the NFL MVP back in 1985. Here in Kansas City, Patrick Mahomes is the likely front runner for that award. Do you think Patrick Mahomes, just in his second year and his first full year of starting as quarterback, do you think he has enough to carry this team across the line, even with the defensive problems this Chiefs team has had this year?
Well, if the defense plays well, if they don't give up a lot of points, I think clearly they have enough. Now, you highlighted two things. I don't know if the first one was a question, whether or not that he should win the award, or that he has had an MVP season, and is that enough to carry them? Is that two separate questions, or
Yes,
did
two
you
separate.
just use?
Should he win the MVP? Do you think he has enough to overcome some of the defensive, problems that they've had?
Well, what is the most valuable player? I think it's certainly the most valuable player to your team, in addition to the most valuable player in the league. Now, I've heard, the conversation about Drew Brees rather, and Drew's a good friend of mine, and I love him and known him for a long time. But let's be candid here, all right? Patrick Mahomes deserves the award hands down. And if anybody says differently, they're being political. I mean, he's had an outstanding season. You cannot ignore it. It's like the elephant in the living room. What he's accomplished this year and the way he's done it, and the way he's catapulted his team in the direction they are, it's just been absolutely remarkable. Now, do the Chiefs have enough to win? If they play good defense, yeah, they certainly do. They just can't give up. I don't think it can be a high-scoring affair, because, and they're playing against rather in front of some of the best fans in football, and some the loudest crowd. They still have to go out and can't rely on that and go out to play great defense and continue to play the kind of offensive ball they played all year long.
Marcus, you were a part of the last Chiefs home playoff win, and believe it or not, it was just yesterday, 24 years ago yesterday, that the Chiefs won their last home playoff game. Joe Montana to J.J. Bearden in the back of the end zone. You scored a touchdown. You beat the Steelers 27-24, I believe. But it's been a goose egg ever since. Do players, you think, today believe in ghosts?
No, I don't think they do. Most of those guys went around. They know very little about that, except for the fact that maybe the press brings it up. And I don't even think the coaching staff is really concerned with that. I think they're concerned with the here and the now. They realize that the past is the past, and they can control their future. All they have to do is go out and play mistake-free ball, and play solid defense, and I think they'll win. They can erase that their negative playoff pass. They can erase that immediately with a win.
All right. So who are you picking on Saturday, Chiefs or Colts?
Come on, man. Is that a rhetorical question?
Who are you picking, Chiefs or Colts?
I'm picking the Chiefs.
Sorry, I had to ask. All right, so who are your Super Bowl picks, Marcus?
Well, I mean, that's hard to say. I mean, these are really interesting games. Some teams you think would be favored They may match up well against the team that they're playing. You just never know. It's going to be interesting to see what's going to pan out. I really don't know, but I mean, the idea for the Chiefs to be in the Super Bowl and maybe the Rams, that would be an interesting matchup. I would like that a lot. A really sort of neighboring cities, St. Louis and Kansas City playing, even though they're not in St. Louis now. They still have lots of history there, and I know the two cities. There's always a competition there, whether it's baseball, it's the Cardinals and the Royals. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there.
One final thought for you, Marcus. In your playing days here in Kansas City, you obviously got to know the community, and you also got to play for the Chiefs founder, Lamar Hunt. What do you think it would mean to the organization and to the city for the Chiefs to win the AFC Championship and to have that trophy that is named after the Chiefs founder, Lamar Hunt? What do you think it would mean to the organization and the city to win something like that?
I think it would mean a great, great deal. You couldn't find a better man, a better owner, and a man that was incredibly humble than Lamar Hunt. I think it would mean a great deal to the organization, the city, Clark, his son. I think it would mean a great deal. That was one of my great regrets that we did not, and when we had the opportunity, as I said before, I think the table was set for us to do that, was to win and go to the Super Bowl for Lamar Hunt. I wish we could have accomplished that, but unfortunately we didn't. But they have a great chance now, and I think it would be a great deal for the city of Kansas City, in addition to the Hunt family.
Well said, Marcus. The city is in agreement with you, and well, I tell you, we're all super excited for Saturday's game. And thank you so much for taking some time out to join us and visit with us, and have some fun at the Super Bowl when you're down there for on-location experiences, Marcus.
I certainly will. And if you guys see me down there, make sure you guys say hello and go Chiefs.
You bet. We'll do it. Thanks a lot. Take care.
You got it.